Hello, this is Brandon doing a class assignment for me reading a poem about the media. I hope you enjoy. So, media literacy is something to learn more about, but it isn't something that you should doubt. It's a very good experience to take it all in, so open your minds and don't forget like old homework tossed in a bin. The media effects and theories are like demons that try to control your head. So it's best not to go to sleep without knowing the causes before bed. The cause and effects are what we have learned in school, but on the internet, it makes us look like fools. Violent movies make violent people, but let me address your queries, for that is just called the bullet theory. The evolution of the flow of effects are quite curious, but the more we talk about this would make my head quite furious. The beginning of newspapers was quite an interesting desire, but now it's basically used to make fire. Nonetheless, newspapers had been with us for centuries. The earliest newspapers began in Rome in Julius Caesar's time, but luckily for them, it didn't cost them a dime. No, it was carved on a tablet and posted on the wall for everyone to look shocked or awe. It was called the Acta Diurna, or the Actions of the Day. Well, thank God for them, because they didn't need to pay. The history of books that came to America were quite a heathen, since early colonists came from America for two reasons: to escape religious persecution and to find economic opportunities. The history of books today gives us knowledge from the past and the inspiration for the future. Sorry, that part didn't rhyme, I just didn't have any time. Magazines show a lot of advertising and a lot of cool things such as cars, boats, and even rings. They give us something to read in the waiting room, but I'd much rather walk around and loom. Yes, I am weird like that, and don't hold it against me. It isn't something to copy, but something to be. Today, the media gives us a body image that no human can compete, not with their face, their figure, not even their feet. It should make the body image more natural with less physique. It should be more normal, not unique. Today, video games are getting more real and look complete, but more gaming companies are making the more urge to compete. The better the blood, the older the teens, but sadly, it's more like kids calling themselves tweens. The rating system needs to be changed, and companies shouldn't be such a boob, for that is the last time on Call of Duty for a kid to call me a noob. Radio and music are very similar yet completely different things. One of them commentates, yet the other one sings. For musicians, we influence the listener with their sound and message. For readers or hosts, they inform us the weather or to stand clear on the roads for the nearest wreckage. They both directly impact us in beautiful, strong ways. I wish it were like that back in the days. But now it's just advertising and repetitive mainstream songs. Stop being mainstream, or my last name isn't Hong. The media even changes our moods, to sleep or even if we want foods. Our mind is fragile and it has needs, but even stuff from the internet makes us much greed. The TV is such a grand invention, seeing things through glass to another world, but we forget to see our intention. They profits from every time they advertise. From a few moments to a few minutes, they spend so much money for the company's ads to show up. On the bright side, sometimes they can show us TV shows to entertain and even gain knowledge from them. The dark side of this is that they sometimes even make racist stereotypes. From the old Bugs Bunny wearing blackface to today's actors looking more tanner and tanner. For the media to influence this, I am not a fan. The media needs to know how strong to show something and how not to exaggerate things. Speaking of, I haven't talked about censorship yet. Back in TVs and movies, they've given us a lot of influence and even influence to younger kids. The iconic Titanic scene to using light to block certain parts, What should be shown and what shouldn't? The internet is a dangerous place, so be careful or you might get a gun to the face. The internet is such a new thing for all of us. Since the beginning, the internet is a must. From social media like Facebook or Twitter, be careful about what you write. A lot of people online can get really uptight. To connect with other people at the push of a button is such an amazing thing, but meeting new people outside is so much better than waiting for a ring. So that is all I have for you. Good night, but not before I shut down some light. Thank you for listening, and I'd like to thank the instructor for giving me this assignment. This poem may have been childish and funny, but thank you for a wonderful semester, A-Money.